You know how we are heading into totalitarianism, and this is how we are doing it. These hypocrites, these these bullshitters. I mean, what would I say about this? You know, what would we all say about this? Give it up. You know, give it up. If like all the people here in Auckland can just realize, God damn it, you're not trying to live your life luxuriously, but give it to others that are not living their life luxuriously, but suffering under the immense pressures of not being able to eat, being fed. It's not their choice, even if it's their choice. They try their best despite their limitations. That these people, they're mocking you, they're disgracing the entire culture. I mean, New Zealand has never been a nation. It's always been a corporation, but this Labour government is entirely corrupt at the face. I was working at a job once in Auckland Airport. I met John Key there, actually, Sir John Key, and it was quite surprising to see him. And he asked me questions about how you find this job and all that. That time we didn't care, like what else. And still to this point, don't matter. Don't matter about, who's in power and who's not. We are all having to fight for our freedoms. Sure, those who have more power will always exercise over those who don't, and those who don't will always wish to have more power. We won't be the same like those guys as they have been before, even though they think we will. This conniving bastards that are ruining not only the entire, they're ruining humanity. That's what they are doing. People are so quick to judge, to not, to argue, to say you're a conspiracy theorist, to say that you're not for. In the past, we never had these freedoms. We struggled in vain and we died in vain, and people and the rich were happy with that. And now we had at least a minimum level of respect. Without the freedoms that people fought for, we would all be under a form of enslavement of our soul, of our very lives, for that little price. Just so they could say, oh, we care and benefit about your health. Has this government ever been benefiting people's health, people's lives? They didn't give a shit. They turned a fucking blind eye to all the problems that New Zealand has. For example, the sacred ground Ihumatao, I think was it called? Ihumatao. They didn't give a fucking crap. They just wanted Fletcher's, or whatever that company was called, to bulldoze sacred. I'm not even gonna be racist or anything shit about race here, but all things considered, my god, man, if someone were to bulldoze my home and build a fucking, a motel upon it, or hotel and all that, and call it, you don't have any, you are definitely going to be angry about that, aren't you? You're living here, but it's your sacred land. How can someone push you out? For the sake of money? And they aren't even going to give you the money. They're blatantly saying it in your face. And the truth is, no one gives a shit. COVID, right? It does not matter. In this life, you cannot force people to have just one solution to a problem that's been created by those same guys who are creating this problem, and now they're offering you the solution. That's the reason. It's not a fucking theory anymore. It's not missing. It's not all that shit they deny. They're trying to turn right into wrong, wrong into right. The truth is, there is always more than one way to have this goddamn, this pandemic solved. We've got not just ivermectin, not just hydroxychloroquine, not just. We've got food. We've got plenty of food to keep people well fed. We've got plenty of food, water, healthy things, herbs, everything that in nature that we can see, we can take to prevent COVID-19. And these people are telling you all sorts of bullcrap behind the lies of authority, behind every fucking corrupt lie that people refuse to think it's a lie, but it's reality. It's really a lie. And the police is becoming the goddamn enforcers of a militaristic government. People keep denying this, but in the end, it will happen. And what will we lose? We will lose our lives. Why are we so fearful? Why are we so goddamn ignorant, all for the sake of money? Why do we defend those who are rich in the status quo? Why are we being so blind? Why won't you ever fucking look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourselves, why am I trying? It's because it's right. Oh yeah, it's right. But when you look at others who are suffering just because of this, and you think it's worth it for them, don't you think you are on the same level as those psychopaths in the government right now? And you think, oh no, that's just authority, that's just all them. But you take a look at a serial killer and you're like, oh, that guy deserves to die. You take a look at a pedophile and says, that guy deserves to die. But when you think about the people that allow these to happen, you think, oh, that's not their fault. Oh, yeah, no, it can't be. Oh, this can't happen. I don't get it. No one should fear being arrested if they remain peaceful. What? Even if you are peaceful, you will be arrested for the sake of a fucking disingenuous law. Speeding tickets, for example, learner's license, all bureaucratic crap. What if you didn't have time? What if there was seriously something wrong with your situation that made you it's a preventative symptom. Huh? No one knows that anymore. Everyone just... It's a fucking insane world you're living in right now, and you still refuse to believe this is insanity. You still think it's all right, it's all fine. You think, as long as I continue with my life, I don't give a shit about those people. Oh, they're wrong. But you will be affected in the end. How many times have we seen in life that the crazy ones are the right ones? Edward Snowden. Before that, people knew already they didn't give a shit. Some people agree with the status quo, and they always have. But now it's been made public. How many people, how many things must we fucking defend? How long do we have to defend a corrupt, destructive system before we are affected by this? We are destroyed along with the system. Only then can you seriously say, alright, I'm sorry, I'll repent, there's something wrong. I have to let it go. I'm sorry. But no, we never listened. No, I had no choice. No, you do always have a fucking choice. You can choose to either obey, as you always do, and be enslaved in the future, step by step. Or you can choose to truly see the outcome. That you think you'll not be targeted, but in the future, one line out of step, and you will be, because you're sick and tired of being obedient to these fuckers. Before that, you were always obedient. You thought it would be fine, but now they are slicing you away bit by bit, and you will be fed up at one point, just like we already have been. I promise you that much. Mark these words, Rizan. Mark these fucking words. You will regret it. You, all of the people who obey these things, obey these governments, will regret it. Because so far, it looks like it's just the start. We might enjoy it, we might laugh at them, you might laugh at us, the others, and all that. But in the end, we did what we could. And when it is your time, you'll suffer and toil, and you'll get used to that suffering until there is a point no longer you will start to realize that the suffering is not good. You can't. Being controlled, it's not good. Whether it's COVID-19 or another fucking disease, another law that they implement, it will eventually backfire. Gangs coming along. They are the gangs. These governments, these figures, authority figures, are the gangs. It failed so miserably after the mosque attacks, when crime was rampant. Bloody hell, I had an incident when I was running into I didn't know it was a gang hideout or gang bar, but I was going into this meetup, right? And some guy said to me, "Oh, I'm a headhunter, this guy." He was just, I don't know if it was, but it seems to me that a lot of these people are meeting and work and all that. Is the government doing any better? Is the government making us safe any better? There are people in the clubs who are acting tough and all that, and then say they haven't done anything wrongfully criminal. But one of these days, they will be the criminals. Has the government succeeded in that? In removing these aspects of society? Has the government succeeded in what? Making crime less and less and less? Or am I... Do you see the truth here? Do you see what our society is turning into? Our civilization is turning into? All for the fucking pretense of health and safety. What will it be then if you take what they tell you to, and eventually you are going to end up with a set of disorders? When will you fucking wake up? And it's not a joke anymore. When will you stop denying these things? You can laugh and laugh and laugh until, as always, in history it always happens, these people regret it. You will regret it. What the fuck can you do to wake up and stop squandering, stop arguing with those who think about these issues, that we really need our freedoms? When will you finally wake up and stop thinking what the status quo says is correct? That smallpox incident, I had a friend post about masks and all the smallpox. Do your own research. You were never fucking there. How can you know? How can you make a biased dichotomy based on an assertion? How can you do that? When can you start understanding that it's not about right or wrong, as that can be easily manipulated? When can you start understanding, if you truly want to be on the right side, be on the side where life is free, not controlled for the sake to be free, but to literally be free. Not for the sake of safety, not for the sake of security, not for the sake of money, not for the sake of your fucking dopamine receptors, but your freedom that gives you everything alongside those benefits with it. When will you stop working for those who are just buying millions and millions of dollars to I don't know what the fuck, to enslave and make humanity into slaves? When will you stop doing that? Huh? You are not a fucking dog. And even a dog has more freedom than a goddamn bloody human being. I don't know. But you must wake up soon. There's no time for this bull fucking shit anymore. You can say extremism, you can whatever, but look at yourself. You're living a comfortable life. But when will you realize that this will be taken away? Well, it hasn't been taken away yet, but it will. Maybe those who are too comfortable, their lives will be taken away, but you, on the other hand, this is only a matter of time.